And welcome back. Summer is just around the corner, and it's time to get beach body ready. Joining us via Skype with some non-invasive, slimmer slimming solutions is board-certified plastic surgeon Dr. Burton Sundin. Hi, Dr. Sundin. How are you?
Hey, how are you doing? Good to talk to you. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being on the show. I have so many questions to ask you. So, but before we get into the questions, I want to ask you a little bit about you and your journey to becoming a plastic surgeon. So if you can answer that for me, we can get going.
Well, my brother and I are in practice together, so that's an interesting thing. Dr. Sundin and I are board-certified plastic surgeons, and we started out with an interest in plastic surgery because we grew up at the beach in Virginia Beach, and there are a lot of surgeons there who were inspiring to us. So we went to medical school trying to achieve the goal of becoming a plastic surgeon, and now we get to practice together and try to make people beautiful in the body and face together, and it's an exciting thing. So we've had a great career since my brother joined me in 2010, and we are really experts in cutting edge technology for plastic surgery.
So how many years you been in practice then?
I've been in practice for 14 years,
Okay.
and my brother joined me in 2010, and he's been in practice with me for 8 years.
Okay. So as far as your practice is concerned, if I would ask you what distinguishes your practice among the many other practices around in your area, what would you say that yours is the most well known for?
What we're really well known for is actually combining the traditional plastic surgery that everybody knows about, tummy tucks, breast augmentation, liposuction, with some of the latest technology. Whether that technology applies to actually using it in combination with the surgery, but also the non-invasive techniques for body and face rejuvenation. So when you come to see us, we actually will give you an opinion as to which procedure is either surgical or non-surgical, aka non-invasive, are best for you. We can talk about both of them, or we can talk about either one of them, and that really sets us aside. Some people are really more just focused on surgery. Some people, like dermatologists, really more on the non-invasive, but we kind of give a broad spectrum across the board of all that's available for you.
So Dr. Sundin, talk to us a little bit about cool sculpting and what that is.
Cool sculpting has been around since 2010, and we were really early adopters of it. Cool sculpting is non-invasive fat reduction that uses cold temperature. It's like eating ice cream in reverse. Basically, the device will adhere onto an area of excess fat on your body, and it freezes it, and the freezing causes the fat cells to rupture and die, and the area will shrink up by about 25% each time you do it. There's no downtime. You can drive yourself to and from the procedure. It takes about 3 to 4 months to see your end results. But the results are significant, and cool sculpting has really become mainstream technology. Millions of people have had it performed since it came out in 2010, and the results are proven. It is very rare to have somebody that doesn't respond to it, so it's a very consistent technology, and I think that's exciting for people. For many years, that was kind of the holy grail of body contouring, to try to find something that was non-surgical that could consistently reduce fat. And many technologies have tried to compete with cool sculpting, but cool sculpting really has stood the test of time and become a mainstream technology. So we can use it on your abdomen, your flanks,
Right.
your bra line for women, the inner thighs, the outer thighs, even the arms. It's very good.
Talk to us about wtih, what that is. I've never heard of that before.
wtih is a newer technology. You probably wouldn't have heard about it, but it's getting some very good traction. It is an adjunct to liposuction. It is used for people who might not be a traditional candidate for liposuction, who might have some excess skin to address. It's also good for tightening of the skin in the arms, where there's excess fat and skin in the arms is a very difficult problem, particularly for women. Mm-hmm. And this device goes along with liposuction. First, we do the liposuction, and then we use this radio frequency device called wtih, which allows us to heat the deep tissues to a certain temperature, and this creates a tightening effect. And so you get really dramatic results in terms of not only the fat reduction, but also skin smoothing and skin tightening.
What is the recovery time for the body tight?
That's about 2 to 3 weeks. It's not a very large surgical procedure. I would say it's a minimally invasive procedure because we're only making very small incisions. But like liposuction, there's some bruising and swelling that has to resolve. And then the body tightening is evident initially in the first few weeks, but then does continue to evolve over the next 2 to 3 months.
Let's talk about hand rejuvenation.
Okay. Hand rejuvenation is something that is very popular with women. As we age, the hands are one of the first areas to show those signs of aging. Just like the face, they're exposed. They're exposed to the elements. And people are very self-conscious about that, especially if you're staying beautiful in the face. Who wants their hands to be ugly? So the hands can be rejuvenated both with treatments to reduce pigmentation changes or spots on the hands. That would be done with something like an IPL laser. We can tighten the skin with a device called Venus Viva, which uses, again, radio frequency for skin tightening and these small little prongs that go very superficially into the skin. And then we lose volume in our hands as we get older, and we can basically replace that either with fillers like Radiesse, or we can take fat grafting. We can do fat grafting on the hands, take fat from a part of your body and just get a very small amount of fat and replace the volume in the hands. All
right, Dr. Sundin, that's all the time that we have. Thank you so much for being on the show, and all the best to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, too. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Sundin. It's a pleasure having you on the show. And still to come, there's more healthy lifestyle in just a moment. Stay tuned.